15 years ago, it seems more clear that judicial independence is essential for rule of law and a democratic society. Now, we seem to have a step back and the situation is worse than before.
We are living in a time when, in many countries, these values are under threat.
Issues of judicial independence and judicial integrity exist around the globe.
Article 11 of the UN Convention Against Corruption specifically underlines the need to strengthen judicial integrity and prevent opportunities for corruption while protecting judicial independence.
Members of all judiciaries need tools to strengthen their independence, as well as their accountability and their professionalism.
One overlying principle is clear from Article 11, and that's that the judiciaries themselves must take the lead in this effort.
After consultations with over 4,000 judges, UNODC created the Global Judicial Integrity Network's establishment in 2018.
This is a network that's enabled by the United Nations and UNODC in particular, but is really led by judges themselves. And for us, that's absolutely essential to its success, and it's really what marks it apart from many other initiatives on judicial integrity around the world.
We planted the seed, let's see which type of tree are we trying to breed.
The objectives of this network are to enable collaboration, provide access to resources and materials, address challenges, and to create new knowledge products to assist judiciaries around the world.
I think that this network has come at a very appropriate time.
We had the inaugural meeting of the Judicial Integrity Network. We had 350 judges from more than 100 countries.
To bring together that number of senior judges from around the world was unprecedented.
Presidents of Supreme Court, there were like 30 or 35. That's very impressive.
The launch event was excellent in setting the stage for this work. But of course, in the last year and a half is when the work has really got started.
The network endorsed an advisory board to help identify priority challenges and emerging topics in judicial integrity and guide the work of the network.
Our scope is very broad to consider what would be helpful in strengthening judicial integrity. We're forward-thinking. We can think outside of the box.
And the advisory board serves to identify emerging trends, to determine strategies that can best be deployed in order to guide the work of the network.
For me, personally, it's been a great experience.
One of the main products and services of the network is its website, which has news and events, a podcast series, a section for judicial ethics training, and an online resource library with over 2,000 documents in over 40 languages collected from 180 countries and 387 institutions.
I think the Judicial Integrity Network is really at the forefront of designing something that's really useful to individual judges in the field.
The website currently has over 75,000 page views and 25,000 users, with 750 of those from registered judges and other network participants.
The content of the resource library in and of itself in such a short time is very significant. And to think that research, publications, journals, experiences can be shared that quickly and that readily through this network is such a positive aspect of the network.
The database, we're very pleased to have access to information that we might not otherwise be fully aware of.
And it's the kind of thing, really, why did it take this long to have it established now that we've got it going?
Judges identified that there is a lack of more opportunities for judicial ethics training. Based on that, we embarked on the development of the Judicial Ethics Training Package.
The Judicial Ethics Training Package includes a self-directed and an e-learning course aimed at judges on the modern challenges they face, as well as a trainer's manual aimed at judicial trainers to assist them in running in-person workshops.
Training is so very important, and the network has provided a range of tools to assist in training.
For me, that is one of the most important aspects of this network, that this is available for me to use in my own judiciary.
We have over 40 jurisdictions and beneficiary countries that have committed to implement this training. More than 110 trainers have been trained, and this has generated the training of over 1,200 judges all over the world.
When I think about it, in a very, very short time, there have been several expert group meetings.
These expert group meetings have resulted in the creation of numerous knowledge products on a variety of topics, including social media, codes of judicial conduct, judicial immunities, and gender-related integrity issues.
To think that this network has some suggestions that can be accessed now is a pretty incredible thing.
Countries are just going wild with trying to train the judges in the use of social media, in both the advantages and the disadvantages of social media, and that has been very useful for us. And we've used your printout on that, and that's one that I've circulated to the whole judiciary.
It's very, very useful to be able to pull out documents produced through a UN process and say, here are some global best practices and global guidance. That's a very powerful thing to be able to draw on.
When I didn't have an answer, I could connect with the network and find my answers. I can dialogue with them and I can express my concerns, my fears, and get answers from the best of them.
It makes you feel that you are part of a movement that is broader and wider than your little neck of the woods.
The next stage in the evolution of the network is a global meeting taking place in Doha in February 2020.
All of the fruits of these different initiatives on social media, gender issues, and addressing judicial corruption will be brought to the fore and given a platform like we've never seen before. It's my real hope that that meeting in Doha will actually be the beginning of a very long life for this network.
None of this will be possible without the generous contribution of the State of Qatar and their support to this initiative.
All of us face the same challenge and have to respond to the same need to ensure that judicial integrity is being strengthened every day and being seen by the public as being strong.
The impact of the network in securing independence and integrity of these judicial systems is really essential to the well-being of every society.
This is a network of judges for judges, so we need the judges to make use of the network and make this really their own network.
I've had a particularly difficult time, you see, both as a woman judge and as a Chief Justice. And I don't think I would have survived had it not been for the network. The amount of collegiality, the support that I got from the network. And I think that has to come across.
In a lot of countries where we see that a lot of institutions are captured, we see that the judiciary has really played a crucial role in upholding the rule of law.
There's a twin benefit. You grow as a judicial officer, your career is enhanced by becoming a better judicial officer, but even more than that, the justice you dispense is much better, and the public is able to appreciate the court much better.